Hi everybody, my name is Martina Barta. I represented Czech Republic in 2017 in Kyiv, and now you are watching Destination Eurovision Memories.
I see trees that are green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and for you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Hello everyone, my name is Saga.
My name is Maciej.
And we are so happy to welcome you to the next episode of our series, Memories. Today with us is Martina Barta, the representative of Czech Republic at Eurovision Song Contest 2017. Hello Martina, we are so happy that you are with us today.
Hi, thank you very much for inviting.
Yeah,
nice to see you again.
It's a pleasure for us. And well, we would like to start our interview from watching your performance from Kyiv and from asking you a few questions about it.
From the very, very first time I saw you, you were my home, you were my home, you were my home.
So please let us know, do you remember what you had in mind when the lights went out and your 3 minutes at Eurovision Song Contest started?
To be honest, it was really one of the biggest experiences in my musical career, musical way, because I've been doing music from my childhood, but it was really the biggest stage I was performing on. And you know what, somehow we were trained for feeling comfortable in that situation, but I wouldn't be honest if I say that I was very feeling very comfortable, and I enjoyed my whole performance, because of course I was nervous, and after this semifinal, I just watched on the next day the video, and I was really laughing because I was supposed to go in the middle of the stage and stop there, but I just walked across the little sign on the stage because I was really very nervous. And yeah, but as I told you, it was really big experience for me, and I also learned a couple of things from that.
So I would like to ask, what do you like the most about this performance? And is there anything you would change if you could?
You are still talking about my performance, what
Yes.
I really loved about my performance. You know what? Because in my case, was it like that they offered me 2 songs, and I could choose one of songs, and I really loved that ballad. I really loved this song, but maybe I imagine it simpler. I just wanted to stay like me, Martina, and I know I'm not a dancer, I'm not an actor, I'm just musician and singer, and I just wanted to show something what would be really honest and truly, and all the things that you are supposed to, like. Many people, when I just say the word Eurovision, they are imagining it must be big fire show and huge costumes and many dancers on the stage. But in my year, in 2017, my biggest, I really love the performance of Salvador Sobral, and there are many people who didn't like that, but he was really the only person who was honest and great musicians on that stage, and he sang his song in his mother language, and it was touching me every time I listened to him, and that was my wish. I just wanted to stay like me, and I know that somehow I have to deal with that I was a member of Czech Republic team. And you know what's the funniest thing about it is, after 1 or 2 years, when I met the people from this team, they told me, Martina, we didn't give you your freedom, and now we apologize. So that's my problem, and I was really a little bit sad after that. But I don't want to say that everything was negative. No, I met there a lot of wonderful people, also from all those Eurovision press, from all those groups of fans, and there were also great people on the stage from the production. But my personal experience is like a little bit negative, because I didn't stand on the stage as me, like me. It wasn't me. It was someone in a golden costume, and it was for me a little bit fake. Like that was fake.
How many points from 1 to 10 you will give yourself and your team for this presentation?
I don't know. Yeah, I'm not good at it. I would I would give to myself 0 points for that I wasn't able and strong enough to say, I don't want to do this and that. I want to do that on my own. But I would give 10 points to the people from my country, because there are people who are really fighting for that, to improve the representation of Czech Republic every single year. Because in my country, the history and of Eurovision is not so long compared with other countries. So there are really few of people who are living for it and fighting for it. I'm not good at. It's really maybe quite difficult question for me, and I don't want to be only negative. But you asked me, and I honestly answered. There were positive and negative things about my representation. On one side, I'm really very grateful and thankful for that they chose me only because of some recordings which I sent, and they offered me one wonderful song. But still, I say it could have been, I don't know, maybe, yeah. Yeah, it could be better, or it could be just simpler, and I don't know. For me, it was a little bit too much.
All right, thank you so much. And now we will move on to the questions from our editorial team, and it will be some different kind of questions. So I would like to ask, do you remember what was the most funny story from your whole Eurovision journey?
You know, we spent quite a lot of time traveling in different cities, and it was really very nice that we made little groups. Like I was in contact with the guys from Norway, yeah, I think, and yeah, we spent a lot of time, and it was really very interesting for me to visit so many new cities for me and countries. And maybe the funniest things, sometimes it was really too much for me, because you as an artist were supposed to give a lot of interviews in one day. Like in 1 hour or 2 hours you were closed in a box, and there was one person after another person, and somehow I was really exhausted. And sometimes when I just watched the interviews, I thought to myself, oh my God, it was really bad. And sometimes because I'm not so strong in English language, it's not my mother language. So sometimes I told really things which maybe didn't make sense, or I don't know what. And sometimes, yeah. But yeah, there were also very nice moments during this journey to Kyiv, 2017.
Okay, so what about the most emotional moment from Eurovision time?
You know, I was really, because as I told you, it was for me the biggest experience as an artist, being a part of a competition like this. Like, it's a really big project, and many people from all around the world are watching that. So I was really sometimes touched by by messages from people, unknown people from me, who just told me that they like the song, and they until today sometimes I receive messages from people who are writing me their own personal story, that my song is inspiring them. And so those moments, then I told myself, okay, there were negative things, but maybe something was good for another people, or something was inspiring for another people. But now I'm not talking about the performance on the stage in Kyiv in May 2017. I'm just talking about the music. I'm just talking about the song and what was the message of the song. But another point was staging and performance and costuming and all the other things. Yeah.
So I would like to ask, do you remember what was your favorite rehearsal and why?
My favorite rehearsal? You know, I really love the guy in Kyiv. I mean, it was the guy from Sweden, technic group, or maybe sound guy. And he was, every time there were 1 or 2 rehearsals, these general rehearsals. And I just remembered, okay, when I sit down on this, because my choreography, you know, I had a choreography, and it was really very difficult choreography, which I had to train weeks. I didn't want any choreography, you know, I just wanted to stand and sing. So I started sitting on the bottom, and every time before the song started, there was the guy from the Swedish group, and it was for me like an angel is coming from the darkness, because it was really very huge in this Kyiv concert hall. So I remember this guy who was somehow calming me down. Like, I was feeling comfortable, because they were really great from the team. I mean, like, people from technique, and yeah, they were really very kind and great.
What is the most memorable or interesting question or interview you had?
You know, I met during this Eurovision participation so many people, and I cannot tell you which interview I really remember. Maybe, okay, there was one funny interview in London. It was with guys from Germany. I think it was ARD, something like that. So I could I could talk with them in German language, because I've been living in Berlin for 9 years. So I was somehow also glad to talk in German. But yeah, there were some people from another blogs, like the guys from Vivi blog were really very funny. But and I'm still also in a connection with some people from this Prince blog from Germany, and I also take part in the Eurovision weekend 2017. So those people somehow I still keep in my memory, and we are still in contact.
And could you please tell us, what are your memories from the Eurovision red carpet, from the opening ceremony?
Red carpet. Everything seemed to be so nice, and everyone was a big star on the red carpet. Yeah, it was nice. I mean, it was really very, very nice evening, and I was waiting for Salvador, but he was somewhere, yeah, in the crowd. But yeah, it was really nice event. And my sister was also there in Kyiv, so I really tried to enjoy that. Yeah.
Okay, so now we would like you to tell us about your first thoughts, first impressions about seeing everything from backstage, from artist perspective, how it was.
I was really shocked how this whole project organized is. There were so many people, and each person was responsible for something else, and you had only a certain time for your rehearsals, and so you have to work well, like being on time and being ready. And I also, okay, if you ask me about funny story, yeah, Maybe it's my funny story about my participation, because I'm still of the opinion that sometimes too much is really, it's not necessary. So they told me that I should have a special kind of haircut for my performance. So we made with a Czech hair stylist in Prague a couple of pictures, because she had some idea of my hair. And then they sent it to the people from Kyiv. And there was a house, like hair house. And we had also not only costumes rehearsal and staging rehearsal, but also those makeup. For me, the best storyboard and everything was, and I again say that name, Salvador Sobral, because Salvador's photos on the wall were only trees. He didn't have any kind of hairstyling or makeup. So I sat in the chair in this makeup artist's box, and then came a guy from Kyiv, and I think he didn't understand English. And he just made something 2 hours on my head. And then I just look at myself in the mirror, and I had those big curls like on the left and right side. And I was just, I was really feeling uncomfortable. And then came the guy from Czech team. He was really shocked, because the guy, the hairstylist, understood. There were like, I would say like 10 pictures, like step 1, step 2, step 3, and then you have to do this with the hair. In the end, it really doesn't matter. So the guy thought that my final hairstyling is with those big rows on the left and right side. So I was really, maybe it was the funniest moment, because there was a misunderstanding in communication.
Okay, so you already told us that you really loved the Portuguese performance and Salvador's song, but are there any other artists or songs that you really like beyond the Portuguese?
I also really love the girl from Belgium, because she had really very nice voice. What was the light, something with lights? What was the name of the song? I forgot her name. So, but I really loved her voice. Yeah, she was really, and she was also scared, because she was, I think, maybe 15 years old. And I also loved the guy who was on the second place.
Beautifulness.
Yeah, I really love the song, and I love the guy as a musician, as a singer. He was really great performer. So those were my favorite ones. And there were also a couple of numbers which I was asking myself, okay, also this can be Eurovision, but you know, yeah. It's also a kind of music, sense of music. Like, you know, each person loves something else, and you cannot have some one rule, okay, for everything. Like this is the best one. But I was because I was sitting in the press department during the final with a Czech moderator, and I just saw all the people voting, and I was really somehow I was glad that so many people were voting for Salvador. It was for me a magic moment every time when Salvador came to the stage, and he was just he wasn't the part of all those parties, and he was someone who was kind of disappeared, but then he was the strongest one in my opinion. But you know, it's my opinion. I know that. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. Now I would like to ask, are there any artists or delegation members with who you get along with, like you became super buddies? You mentioned about the guys from Norway, but maybe there is someone else.
Yeah, there are also guys from Great Britain, because they also wrote the song for the girl from Poland. So yeah, I think we spend the most time with the guys from Norway, and yeah, yeah. There were like little groups between the participants, like, yeah.
Thank you. So at the beginning of our talk, you told us that you met a lot of people at Eurovision, but I would like to ask what else Eurovision journey gave you, and what do you think, what's the biggest advantage and disadvantage of it?
Okay, so for me personally, it was the biggest, it was for me a big experience, how all those big projects works. Like you as a performer, it's really not easy. Being on the stage, be able to fill the whole room and spread your emotions and be good as a performer and sing well live, and all those things were for me like a good experience as a musician. But I also told to myself after this life experience that I want to be stronger as an artist. And last week I met a very interesting guy in Berlin. He's a director of a quite famous Berlin music festival, and he told me, Martina, it's very important that you will learn to say how to say no. You should learn to say no, because sometimes I think that I just want to I trust people, and if someone tell me, and I think he's good at the things he's doing, I don't know, hair stylist, or I don't know, a choreographer. I think there were things which didn't work in my case well, because it was fake of mine. It wasn't me. And I just asked, okay, should I really do that? But I'm not feeling comfortable. Are you sure? Yeah, you have to do it. You are the part of it, and we are a team. So it was for me like, okay. And you know what, it was for me quite difficult after Eurovision, because I was a little bit sad and disappointed. But it's my weakness, you know, so it was for me like big experience. Be yourself, because it's the only one, it's the only thing that the people, your audience, believe in. I don't know how to explain it, but it was for me like, yeah. It learned me a couple of things which I should change as an artist.
Okay, thank you so much. And the last question is there any secret about your Eurovision journey which you never ever told anyone in public?
I think I told you everything. No, I think there weren't any secrets. Like, yeah. No, I think I really honestly and truly told you everything, all my feelings about my participation in 2017. And I really appreciate and adore all the people who are able to give a great performance with everything. And there are really very only few of them who are able to reach the people. Like you have to act. You have to act in 3 minutes, the best of you. And you have to touch the people. You have to have great song, great performance, sing well, and it just have to work everything together. If you have also a great team which supports you.
All right, thank you so much. And I am so sorry about saying that, but this is the end of our interview. Ladies and gentlemen, please subscribe to our channel to make sure that you will not miss our new material. And of course, follow Martina on her social medias and listen to her newest single. That is really amazing. So go and listen to it. And once again, thank you so much, Martina, for joining us today, for your time. Thank you so much. It was amazing.
Oh, thank you very much, and all the best. I wish you all the best. Stay safe, and I wish that maybe we will meet somewhere. And thank you very much for the invitation. Really, thank you.
I see trees that